Hey guys, welcome back to the episode of Survival Life with your girl Teanna. Today's episode is going to be about acknowledging your flaws and being more kind to yourself. So let's hop right into this video. If you're new here, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel / podcast. We do a variety of things over here. But anyways, let's hop into this conversation. You guys ready? There is no coffee tonight, no wine, because we're watching the calories, and guess what? We're recording at night, okay? So let's hop right into this video. So we're going to start off by acknowledging your flaws. And honestly, I feel like in society right now, it's hard to acknowledge your flaws as an individual. But I'm here to let you know that, baby, sometimes you have to acknowledge your flaws. For me personally, I would say that my flaw right now is not being as confident as I used to be, which I already been transparent about that. If you don't know, I had an abortion, and that literally just like shattered me into pieces because it's the last thing I ever wanted to do. But now I'm really working on how to get back to me and regain those confidence back, because I never been a person who never been so confident, and now that I'm struggling with it, it's something that I'm yearning and trying to get back to. So I would like to say that the first step to like acknowledging your flaws and like getting better at your flaws, to love your flaws, is literally acknowledging where you are right now with your flaw. I would say that like that's literally something that you have to acknowledge. I feel like when you acknowledge it and you speak about it to yourself, or like you write it down, you then know what the problem is, and you want to take those steps to actually try to fix the problem, right? So that's the first thing I would say to do. Now, for me personally, it's your confidence. So yes, think of steps for me to gain back the confidence, right? For one step, this is just from me, my perspective. For one step for me, they say if you look good, you feel good. So now I'm in a season of like, healing. I want to look my best. I want to feel my best. And the way to look your best and feel your best is to put that best effort into yourself. So we have the little hair laid. This is a synthetic wig, but it's giving very much lovely. The hair is laid down on top. It's giving V-part. This is all V-part wig, okay? And right now I feel confident to y'all. I'm talking to y'all. I feel like I'm unstoppable. I got my earrings in my ear. I got my little luxury jewelry on my wrist. I'm feeling beautiful. I'm feeling good. Take the time out to be around yourself, acknowledge yourself, and be kind to yourself. Now, when I say that, I mean speak affirmations. I am a person that struggles with speaking affirmations because I am an overthinker. I overthink too much, and it's not healthy for me. Like when I tell you, I think of the worst possible thing first before the positive, and that's something that I'm struggling with, and I'm trying to stay consistent of thinking all positivity, speaking positivity, and thinking all positivity into my life, because they say that what you speak into this world is what you're going to get into this world. And it is true, because when I was speaking those negative things, that's all the fuck I was getting was negative things. And now I'm looking forward to change that. Like I'm on the road. But you're never going to change your flaws or fix your flaws if you don't acknowledge your flaws. That way you can find the steps to feel better about your flaws. And that way, once you acknowledge your flaws and you know your flaws, ain't no bitch or no nigga could tell you otherwise. I'm sorry, I had to bring the Brooklyn out. They can't tell you otherwise about your flaws and how you're feeling, because at the end of the day, you acknowledge your flaws, you know your flaws. How you gonna tell me my shit stink? I know my shit stink. Like those type of things. So another step is taking yourself out, dressing up, looking beautiful, have those confidence, like speak to yourself, speak positive energy in. I can't repeat that enough because I'm over here learning how to do that. And I'm doing the shadow workbook, right? And I was talking to my therapist, and she asked me like, what is an affirmation in the book that spoke so, like, it really spoke volume to you? And I can't remember if it's word for word, but I do remember it saying that I am worthy of any dream and I am desirable, something along those lines. And when I was talking to her about it, she was like, what made you pick that one? And I have to go get it. I'm going to go get it so I can read it to y'all, because I feel like I just butchered it. Okay, I got the book, y'all. Okay, so the one that spoke volumes to me that my therapist asked is, I am capable of every dream and worthy of every desire. And she asked me, like, why did that speak volume to you? And I told her, I said, to be honest, the reason why it speaks volume to me is that sometimes, like, I feel like I am worthy, but at times I'm like, what if I'm not worthy? And when it comes to that, it's like the success of being a successful businesswoman, the success of having everything and more that I want, all the dreams and aspirations that I want. Sometimes I have the fear of succeeding in it and the fear of failure of it also, but more time the fear of succeeding, because I be thinking like, what if you succeed, Teanna, and then you fall off? And I think about all those things, and I also talk to her about like, you know, even like I know that I will be successful. God got me, so I already know I'm going to be a successful influencer. I already know that. But I be thinking about the other aspect of it when I get older, and you know, I'm to the tombstone, you know, halfway over there. I don't hear nobody talk about 401k and influencing. I don't talk about anybody talk about retirement plan. So that's something also that in that area, I wouldn't say it's a flaw, but that's something that is a flaw. Negativity, I think that is a flaw. Yeah, that is a flaw. That is something that I do struggle with, and I am currently doing the work to get better at it. Hello, praying more, talking to God more, and doing the work that needs to be done. So that's one thing also. So take notes from me. If you don't acknowledge where you are or what issues you're having, you're never going to be able to prosper and change them for the better. They're only going to dig into you more until you acknowledge them and speak volumes that they're there, and you have to speak it into existence and analyze that this is where you are in order to change it. Like sometimes you want to be in denial, like no, but literally that's exactly what the fuck it is. So yeah, literally. The thing about the flaw situation, like acknowledging your flaws are literally going to play a role in how you are at work, how people view you in the work area, how people view you in a friendship, how people view you in a relationship. And it's nothing wrong with having flaws. Everybody has them. It's just a matter of what type of person are you going to be with your flaws. Are you going to be the type of person who's going to enhance and fix those flaws, or are you going to be the type of person that belittles someone because they have the flaw that you don't? For example, say like you lack confidence. Are you going to be that person who's going to push the lack of confidence on your friend who is confident? Are you going to try to belittle them to make them feel as small as you do because you lack in that area that they succeed in? It's just a matter of fixing it, but you have to acknowledge it to fix it. And honestly, if you don't and you continue down that lane of trying to belittle individuals who are superior or in a better area in that aspect of life that you're not in, you will never win and you'll never succeed. Okay, so now we're gonna hop into being more kind to yourself. This is another thing that I struggle with, and you know, it's so crazy because all my life I'm like, no, I love myself, but baby, did you really love yourself? Like, sure, you spoiled yourself, you went out and bought yourself things, but did you really love yourself? And that's something that I really had to sit down and think about, because if I did love myself the way I said I love myself, there's just certain things that I would have never tolerated in my life that I did tolerate, and I look back and be like, oh my gosh. But more so, why I tolerated those things is because I didn't set my boundaries to myself. Now, when I say that, it's like, how to put it? How you treat yourself is how people are going to treat you. So when I say be kind to myself, I mean be kind to myself. And I was not kind to myself at all, because certain things that I will put up when I was younger, even when dealing with relationships or friendships, it's just like, Teanna, that person is not being kind to you. Like he's not there for you the way that you expect him to be. But also, how could you expect him to be there for you when you're not even there for yourself? Ding dong. Like, and I look back and I'm like, yo, I've really grown so much from the days that I've dumb bitch arrows. I really grown from so much from that. I'm just like, Teanna, like, if you didn't put your foot down, if you never put your foot down, you never stood up for yourself, how can they treat you the way that you're supposed to be treated? Like, you're not kind to yourself. You're not thinking highly of yourself. You're not moving in what you're saying. So it's like, if you don't stand 10 toes, what makes you think they're going to take you serious? They're going to take it like a fucking joke. So now looking back, I'm definitely more kind to myself. I'm definitely more genuine to myself, because I want to attract those same individuals into my life. Yes, baby, don't take no shit no more. I want to attract those same individuals into my life, because if I'm treating myself good, I'm not gonna need nobody to come in and give me fucking ruckus and disturb my peace. I don't need that. So definitely being more kind to yourself and being more kind, to myself, being more kind to yourself is going to help you along the way with eliminating people, eliminating jobs, eliminating things that just don't serve you no more. It literally starts within. I can't stress this enough. Like, on this healing journey, y'all, I've realized a lot, and I'm just so proud of myself coming up to y'all and talking to y'all about it now. Like, this is really a season of healing and growth era. Proud of myself. Tap on the shoulder. Yeah, but yeah, you can't expect people to treat you kind or treat you nicely if you're not doing that to yourself, because people watch you. How you treat yourself is how I'm going to treat you. That's literally, and it's sad, but that's just what it is. Because if you're not giving more to yourself, why are they going to give more to you? Yeah, so definitely, that's what I mean by be kind to yourself. You'll see a lot of people start to drop like flies. I mean that personally. But now we're gonna go off to the You Ask and I Spill. So let's get into these conversational questions now. Okay, so the first question I got is what are my views on polygamy? Polygamy, that's when you have like more than one wife, and honestly, I'm not that type of woman. I will never be with a man who has more than one. I am the only one, will forever be the only one, and if you have another one, I will make sure that she is the only one, because I will be leaving your black ass. Yeah, that's just me. But on the outside looking in, for people who are down with that, I just personally feel like if you gonna have multiple wives, you better have some moolah, baby. Because I feel like if your first wife got a house, I feel like all your wives got a house. If your first wife drive a BMW and she got a Mercedes parked up in the back, I feel like all your wives should have a Mercedes parked up in the back and a BMW to sit in. And I ain't talking about just the old-fashioned way. If she always have the up-to-date one, you better make sure every year every single wife got an up-to-date Mercedes and BMW. That's how I see it. She got a house and she own an apartment. All 10 of your wives better have a house and own an apartment, and I hope that you're funding it. Like, that's how I see it. I'm not one to be in that, will never be in that. It's not me at all. Okay, the next question, and the last question I'm gonna answer is, how do you know that someone is for you or if they're using you? Okay, so I'm gonna speak on the aspect of friendship and then relationship or situationship after. How to know if someone's for you? They stand 10 toes for you. Like, in my family, this is family, cousin, all that. This is how this go down, okay? Now, say someone try to play with you and, y'all going off at the mouth, yada, 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 or like, you did something and you was in the wrong. Baby, in that moment, I'm sticking up for you. We going toe to toe. Y'all arguing, all that. But when we get back to the house or something like that, I'm going to correct you. That's when you know someone's for you. And a lot of people mistake that, people who don't agree with the shit that you do, they hate and they got an issue. No, bitch. They're being realistic and real to you. Only fucking fake people are going to lie to you and tell you what you want to hear, versus individuals who do love and care for you. They're going to tell you what you need to hear. There's a difference. And if you're the type of person who gets, you can't take criticism or you feel like everything's an attack, that is something within you that you have to fix. Because maybe then you're the problem. Because people who genuinely love you aren't out to get you. And I feel like people are really confused that people who be like, oh yeah, girl, da, da, da. Those people could give two shits about you. They're gonna sit there and tolerate your behavior and be like, yeah, bitch, da, da. But your real friends and your real people who love you gonna be like, bitch, no, you're wrong. Straight up, that's it. They're gonna tell you fuck no. Like 10, no, you're wrong. And I'm gonna tell you where you're wrong at, and that just is what it is. But you have people who can't take that type of friendship, and that's not your fault. That just shows their character. Now, relationship, but still with the friendship, if someone's using you, they only come to you when they need you. They don't actually genuinely check in and see if you're okay, or check in to see how you're feeling. Like, they don't genuinely do that. They just need your advice now. They need to know this and the third. Like, they just hit you up when they need you. That's when you know people using you. Like, or they just want your attention because that's when you know people are just using you. But for the relationship aspect, if they it's like the same thing. I feel like relationships and friendships are the same thing. Like, people genuinely care for you. They're gonna tell you when you're wrong. Aspect of if a relationship, if you want to know how someone's using you, girl, that nigga don't check for you, that girl don't check for you, they don't ask you how you doing, they don't ask you if you need some food, they don't send you any money, they don't check up on you. You're like a doormat. They could go weeks, months, years without talking to you. You do not matter. And that's how you know if someone is using you. They make everything about them when they come to you, and they use guilt they use guilt and manipulation to make you feel bad for them as to why they disappeared. But at the end of the day, them doing those things do not change who you are as a person. That's just generally who they are as a person, and you have to take notes and accept it and leave it where it is. They only call you for one thing and one thing only. Let's not act like it's stupid. You cut it off, they be like, yo, worry about that. Then they're gonna make it sound like they like you, but they don't really like you. They like your Kit Kat. But yeah, that's how you know when a man is using you. And he's mean to you. Like, he's just mean to you, and you're brushing it off like, oh, he's just saying it because he cares. But no, baby, he really don't like you. Delulu and you're Delulu. Delulu is not the Salulu. Because let me tell you something. You can deal with someone. A man never got to make you delusional. As long as you like him enough, you're going to be delusional on your own. Because everything you think he feel for you, he don't feel for you. You just being Delulu. Like, it's in your head. For real, for real. Because once a man loves you or likes you, he's never going to have you questioning anything. I promise you that. I know now. But anyways, I'm happy that we had this chit chat. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.